how do you find the balance between feeling our feelings and not becoming a victim? And it sounds overly simple, right? It's like, yeah, you sit in your feeling. And a lot of sensitive people will go, yeah, Nikki, but how? And I'll go, sit there and be with that feeling. And they go, yeah, but how? I go, stop talking, sit there and be with that feeling. Let the thoughts and let the feeling move through your body. If you're sad, I'm sad. Feeling that feeling is just, it's like, period, end of sentence. I'm sad. What happens is, just like I say about intuition, but I'm saying this about uncomfortable feelings, we feel that uncomfortable feeling and we don't want to sit with it. So we leave that uncomfortable feeling, we run up to our heads and we go, well, what story can I create about this feeling instead of having this feeling? Because I really don't want to feel this feeling. And deep down, I think I shouldn't have to feel this feeling. If I think enough, I won't have to feel this feeling. Wrong, incorrect. It doesn't work that way. So what we're learning how to do is, it's so simple. We have to learn with our super smarts how to not make that complicated, because then we're just kind of in that feeling longer for an extended period of time that we don't need to. And then if we have victim mentality, that victim mentality steps in and goes, see, you're always going to feel like crap. You can't ever feel good. You start to feel good and then something bad happens. See, and then there's more proof through playing I Spy with what's out to get me. We see that in a lot of advocacy now, online and in politics. I hate it. I can't stand it because it is wrong. It is immature, and I am flabbergasted. Politicians have always been manipulative politicians in the way that they're manipulative politicians. To watch them encouraging victim mentality makes me sick. I can't stand it. I think it's one of the worst things to ever happen to our country. I know that sounds overblown, but that's genuinely how I feel about it. Just like I felt when Obama was in office. I don't care what your politics are. It was good for the country to have a grown-up at the helm. It was good for our collective mental health. Right? And now, if we grew up with parents that were immature or inadequate or toxic, who blamed and shamed and minimized and dismissed and encouraged victim mentality, and now our government is doing it, that's not great for anybody. That can even be re-triggering for people that grew up in such family systems. Okay? So we feel it, okay? If you can sit in the feeling and go, I'm going to feel this till it passes. One of my favorite sayings is, this is just a moment in time and all things pass. All things. And when you're offering yourself that wisdom, you're not playing tiny violins. Victim mentality sounds like everything's out to get me. It doesn't matter what I do. It is a disempowerment. So anything empowering is anti-victim mentality. When you hear people say, well, I'll be okay after you change your behavior, then I'll change after you change. That's a victim mentality, because it's giving our power away. It's disempowered. It's, I'm not going to work on being a better person until you're a better person. Do you hear the immaturity in that? It's something an 8-year-old might say. No, I'm not going to be good because she's being bad. I'm going to be bad too. I'm not going to be good till she's good. How's that going to work? On the individual level and on the collective level, if we're all looking at each other from an immature place, from a wounded inner child place, going, yeah, I'm not going to do better till they do better. Any advocacy, I don't care the topic, that promotes F them because they're not on my side, is creating this dynamic where they're the victim of this other side. Maturity looks at that differently. Maturity allows for difference. Maturity is not threatened by difference. Maturity understands that very good people may have some different philosophies about life, some different belief systems, even some different religious beliefs, and doesn't play the victim to that. Doesn't play, woe is me. We see it a lot with money right now. And of course, everybody is hit with what's going on with the economy. So we're either victims of that and powerless, or we start to figure out some different things. We change some of our habits. We find some side gigs. We change our spending. That's an empowered way to deal with the things that we are truly powerless about. Things like somebody victimizing us in childhood, economy, and all the players that play in it, making decisions that tank our economy. We can either lay down and be in victim mentality, or we can learn to empower ourselves.